Let's go to part 2 for student stock. Mike Agliola here. No glasses. Get to see an old guy without glasses. This is rare. Okay, here we go. Photoshop. This is where we left off. We have put these photos on here. Now we're going to make it to where it looks absolutely perfect. This is pages, I've reversed them, but take a look at this. See how it looks like it fits? You can tell it has contours compared to, even though the pages are backwards, how flat these look. So I'm going to show you how to do that and how to clean this up really easy. First thing you want to do is clean it up. Clean it up, by that I mean make this fit, these pictures fit on this page better than they do. Because right now they're overlapping a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is I've created layers, and I'm going to use that layer to put marching ants around this. If you look real close, let me zoom in, you'll see that these marching ants are actually cutting into the image. So this image is a little bit too big. So I'm just going to cut this part of the page off. So what you saw me do was I clicked on the layer, I held down Command, and now I've got marching ants around that page. Now what I have to do is make it everything but that page. I need to inverse this cutout. So go to Select, Inverse, and now it's picking everything outside of that picture. I'm on that layer, I hit Delete, and I'm going to let you see that again. When I hit Delete, watch right here, and that part disappears. That picture now fits on there perfectly. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Put marching ants right over the page. You can see it needs to be cut just like the other one did. I inverse it. By the way, the shortcut for inversing that is Command-Shift-I. I'm on that layer. I hit Delete. It cuts it out perfectly. You can see there's a white spot right down here. We're going to fix that too. But for this part, to make it look round, here's what I use. I grab my rectangular marquee tool. I draw a box right over the center of this image right here. Next thing I do is I need to turn that. So it's kind of nice to know that you can go under Select, and you can modify that by transforming the selection. So I grab Transform Selection, and now I can do all the things that I did with the image. I can turn this. I can even use all of these other things, warp, perspective, distort. I can do that with marching ants. So in this particular case, I just went to Transform. You can see I turned this so that it's the same direction that this page is. And I hit Return, and now I need to feather this. Select, Modify, Feather. And I'm going to feather this quite a bit. This is the part where you can't teach. This is the part where you just have to do by experience. How much do you feather an image? I know that I want to use quite a bit because I want soft edges. So I'm hitting 55, say OK. You can even see how this turned around. But I'm on that layer. The whole point of this is to make this whole image look like it fits. So in my opinion, I want to lighten the center of this picture. So I go to Image, Adjust, Bright Contrast, and I brighten it up. Not too much, just a little bit. Now I want to darken the outside of this. So I do what I did earlier, Command-Shift-I for Inverse, which you could have found under Select, Inverse. Now I'm picking the outside of this layer, this area. And I'm going to do the same thing again. Go to Brightness, Contrast, and darken it. And now what I've done, when you look at it, is I've created an image that's got a little bit more shape. Let me show you what it looked like before. We'll go to History. You can see how flat that image looked. When I'm done with there, now it looks like it's rounded like the page is. I would do the same thing on the other side. We're just transforming not the layer, but we're going up to Select, Transform Selection. Spinning that just a little bit like we did before. Feather it. 55. I've got that same soft spot. I like to hide the marching ants by Command H. And now I'm going to brighten the center just a little bit. Command Shift I for invert. So I'm using the outside areas. And I'm going to darken it. There we go. And again, I'll show you in history. That's what it looked like before. And see how it's got shape. The last thing I'm going to do is show you how to put a little black edge right here. See how that black makes it look a lot cleaner? And all I did to do that was, let me turn off these other layers and you'll see. All I did was create a black area, which I know you folks can do. And I put it, this black image that I made, you can see I put it on top right here. There it is. All you have to do is, once you create it, make it the shape of the book, put that layer beneath these two layers. There it is behind it. You got yourself a picture book, your images, looking like they actually, this is your book, which is not a bad idea if you're into photography. This is what you're going to want to have. It's your images in a book. Best way to do that is make good stock images and send them to us. We'll sell them, you get enough money, you can do your own book. All right, that's enough for now. Mike Agliola for Student Stock.